welcome to Thanyapura. It's been a real pleasure having you here and having your brother last month. Two of the fastest athletes in the world, officially. So I was trying to look up this morning actually. I know you hold the half distance world record. You did that 2009 in Florida, correct?
It's a long time ago, yes.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, what exactly was that time? I couldn't find it.
I reckon it's like 3:34 point a little bit. So 3:34, yeah.
Okay. So do you think you're going to see someone crack the 3:30 mark soon?
For sure, yeah.
For sure.
Well, hopefully not soon, but yeah. But there will be, yeah. There's a lot of fast guys out there, and they're able to do it, and I hope I still can do it as well. But yeah, there are some young guns coming up, and I reckon we'll see a little bit more improvement on the half Ironman distance.
Wow. So I put the question out to a few of the audience that listen to Thanyapura and on social media, and one of them asked, do you feel like your form now is as good as what it was back in like 2009, 2000, those years when you were smashing world records, you were collecting world championship titles? Are you back to that same form, do you feel?
Actually, it's a good question, but you always think like the years before you're always faster, but it doesn't really, like, right now if you're in a good shape, you're faster than ever before, and so I question myself this question, but I'm not sure. I reckon there's still more improvements for myself that I can improve, like on longer distance. And in 2:09, 2:10, I just step up to this distance, and I didn't have my full potential. I hope so. And right now, with my injuries and all the past, I reckon I can step back to my potential and even get a little bit more out of it. And so I hope 2:09, 2:10 was a great year. But I hope I'm able to be even a bit faster. So there's still improvement, even if I get older, but there's still time and to improvement, and I hope so.
So speaking of improvements and getting faster, Bahrain race was not long ago now. I had the pleasure of actually watching you out there, and right from the gun you went for it. You were in that lead pack in the swim, and then you just took off on the bike. And you didn't look back. Was that your race strategy going into it? Was basically don't hold back, just go for it, and go as fast as you can for the whole race? Or was there any other strategy involved? I mean, can you walk me through that a little bit?
Not really, because this is what I used to be like. The gun goes off and you go as fast as possible, and then I had 2 or 3 years where I start trying to do tactics and a little bit of looking around and what's really happened, and then I never really went good with it. So I tried back to go to the roots. Roots, isn't it roots?
The root, yeah.
The roots, and just be like an honest race. Start, go as hard as you can, and see where you are at the finish line.
Yeah.
And I reckon it's more even. I don't want to say evolution. How do you call it? We cut it off, I'm sorry, but yeah, no. I always try to be the fastest, and of course sometimes there are faster guys out there, but you never really win every races.
Yep.
It's more, actually you lose more races than winning races, but it depends which races you win. Anyway, but Bahrain, there wasn't any tactics, it was just like kind of this gun goes off and I tried to be as fast as possible for as long as possible, and it worked. At the end, it worked for me.
So 2015. Okay. So 2015. I know you're signed up for Dubai. What else do you have as your big A races for this year? What are you really aiming for?
For sure, Kona, because the times runs not against me, but. If I compare to my age and to what I have left, maybe like 7 or 8 years, so I don't want to lose another year on Kona, so I definitely want to go to Kona. But I want to get another 70.3 world champion title in Selamzee, it's in Europe. And for sure the Challenge Crown Triple Series, like it's Dubai, the first race in February, Oman somewhere in August, and Bahrain at the end of the year. And so there's kind of 5-6 high-class races, I'm definitely want to go or do it.
So if you, let's say theoretically or hypothetically, if you were to win Dubai, if you were to win Oman, and then would you still then race Kona, knowing that Bahrain is after Kona?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I reckon,
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Because I try to, yeah, I will try it because I haven't got. You're a professional all year long, and of course you're doing races to win races, and at least I want to try it, and so yeah, it's. I don't know if it's possible, but at least I want to try it.
So it's a question about competitors. Are there any? What competitors out there do you really like to race against, and you really like to, you know, if you're passing them on the run, and the inside just gives you a big smile. You go, oh, I got this. I got him. You know, is there anyone you got a real bit of a rivalry with? I mean, who do you like to, you know, who out there would you really like to?
Javier Gomez, yeah, I reckon. I never raced against. Oh, I raced against Javier, but I lost one race or one time, and so. And right now he stepped up to 70.3. It's kind of my special format, and so I really want to race. And I reckon I know him. He's really nice. He's humble. He's polite, and he's in my view he's the best athlete in the world. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to race against such athletes. And I'm really looking for Dubai. Of course, there's a lot of money on the start line, but on the end, like there's a really good field, and Gomez is there, and so I'm really looking forward to be able to stand next to Gomez and have the same race.
That's going to be a hell of a battle. Can't wait. So I want to switch the questions a little bit towards more of the mental side of the game. How much, you know, when you've raced, whether you've won or you've lost, how much does the mental aspect come into it, into your racing?
It's pretty easy to be mental clear if you're in the lead or if you're on the top of the field, but then you don't have any kind of issues with your mental thoughts. Like you said, okay, this is what it is, and you never really thought about it. But if you get like further back, you start thinking if it's right, if it's why the other guy is so much faster, and then you get in this little hole. And I never did really mental training, and I always stepped through it, and at one point you get out of it, and so I reckon it's maybe natural. But yeah, of course you're not depressed, but you're frustrated actually when you lost a race or when you or whatever injured, and so there's a lot of improvement from myself, I reckon, but right now, yeah, it's what it is. It's like it calls life. Sometimes you're on the top and you feel great, and on the other side you're on the bottom and say, oh damn it, why is it so unfair? So it is what it is, but yeah.
So you've had a few unfortunate injuries that have kept you out. It must have been incredibly frustrating and depressing knowing how fit you were and your talent. How do you deal with those mentally? I mean, how do you not let that just really, you know, just... A lot of people spiral backwards, but you seem to bounce back and come back stronger.
Actually, I don't know really what happened, but I figured out for myself that I can't change the situation, that I have to live with it. And with this kind of view, I got more relaxed because I tried to get the best out of it. And if you can't do anything proper, you really relax yourself. Said, okay, it is what it is. Actually, it sounds a bit easy or naive, but in the end it is what it is, and it doesn't matter if you get really frustrated or depressed or angry or whatever, it doesn't really change the situation. And at this point you said, okay, here we go, let's get the best out of the worst. And so this helps me, like this kind of view helps me to get through bad patches.
So the night before a big race, let's say it's the night before Dubai coming up, what do you do? I mean, can you tell me a little bit? Do you have? Are you a what's the word?
You're the Englishman.
I forget the word I'm looking for. Is there a pattern? Is there something you continually do? Do you always eat the same thing? Is there a routine you go through?
There's actually, for me, there's not a real routine, but there's of course nervous high end, like this is kind you won't sleep and you always wake up or running around actually with nothing to do, just stand up and running around and lay down again. So just to get your adrenaline, your energy a little bit stable. And Actually, I'm not doing something special. Of course, I always think like about the course, the transition, and if everything is fine, that I won't get a flat or kind of this kind of nervousness. But in the end, I know that I won't sleep, actually the last 2 days, and that I just try to. Actually, this is a pretty cool feeling, because then when I've got this feeling, I know I'm 100% there, and I know that it is what it is. And of course, when the start goes, or when the gun goes off, you say, "Oh, why was I so stressed before? Like it's just actually a race." But this is what is, I reckon, sports gives you this kind of feeling and this kind of nervousness, and this is maybe unique in sports.